Hello everyone and welcome back. Thanks again so much for the continued support, and we're going to be really close to my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the Madden season here. So again, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, a like and subscribe would be really appreciated. I'd like to build this channel to where we have exciting live streams and even channel tournaments next season. So let's go get it, fellas. So for today's video, we're going to be covering possibly the best man-beating route combination in the game. And to be fair, there are tons of man-beating plays and route combos out there, but this one is in a common formation. It's simple, it can be quick snapped, and every route in the play is a man-beater. It's used by the vast majority of pros, and it's just effective. So we're going to be coming out in the gun bunch strong offset out of the Jets playbook, and if you watched the last video, you can use this play in conjunction with that to begin forming an entire scheme out of this formation. And the play is called Y Trail. With this play, there's really no need to do anything. So if you come out and say flood or corner strike or some other play in this formation, and you can tell that your opponent is in a man coverage shell, you can just audible to this play and snap the ball fast if you want. If you take a look at the route combination, you can see that we have a drag from our outside receiver, which is probably the best man-beating route in the game. We have a Texas route with our tight end. We have a corner route with our slot receiver, and a post route with our left outside receiver. It's best to run this play with your bunch to the wide side, but it will work short side if you want to throw in a wrinkle. You can put your halfback on a table route if you want, but I prefer to block him because a lot of times if you see a man defense and head-to-head, it's likely going to be a heavy blitz, and you want to have as much time in the pocket as possible to progress through your reads. And for our reads, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Our first read here is the drag route, which you're going to be able to tell if it's going to get open right away. You can actually get some pretty big gains with this route, so make sure you check this read first. Oftentimes you're going to be able to lead past this with a ton of space to run afterward. Now if that route gets bagged, your next read is going to be the Texas route to the tight end. This route's most often going to fry man coverage, and because of the post and the corner route pulling all the defenders away, you have a really good chance to have a lot of grass in front of you when you catch the ball. And our final read, which is honestly kind of two reads in one, is going to be the left post. Since your eyes are already going to be in that area, just do a quick check on that post as you're scanning your eyes back to that corner route on the right. If you don't see any safety help over the middle or to the right, you can just lead a bullet pass and get a potential one-play touchdown, or at the very least a really big gain. If you do see help over there or the route's getting bagged, just let your eyes move right back to that corner route to the right, and that's going to almost always beat man coverage. This route has the potential for a one-play touchdown if there's no safety help over the top, but at the very least, it can certainly be a pretty big gain. And again, it's almost always going to be open against man. Now, as a note, like I said before, you can put your halfback on a table route, which can help pull a zone if they drop a random zone, which is going to help that corner route get open. And sometimes they won't account for your halfback. So if you do choose to do this and it's open, make sure to take that route right away and make it your first read. But again, I prefer to keep the halfback into block most of the time to give us extra time. If you are feeling really confident in the coverage, you can put your halfback on a wheel route and even do something like scramble to the right and hit your halfback for a huge gain. So with Y Trail, this play can be devastating, and it can really screw a man coverage guy out of his game plan pretty quickly. The only potential problem, as with any routes in a bunch formation, is sometimes routes will get bumped. In particular, that Texas route and the corner route might get bumped. This is why we set the read progression up the way we did. If there was no worry about route bumping, we'd be looking for that right corner route first. But again, most of the time you run this play, you can expect a human opponent is going to be bringing pretty heavy heat. So we want to make sure that we can get that ball out quickly, and that's why we look to the drag first. Now, if we are picking up the rush and or they're not sending heat, you're looking at a pretty strong potential for huge gains with that post route or the corner route or even that Texas route. It's just a simple but awesome route combination that torches man. So with these last two videos, we've seen two very powerful route concepts that you can create out of a lot of formations. And honestly, if you have Hot Route Master, you can create these concepts out of almost any formation. For our next video, we're going to cover yet another route concept with the added benefit of coming out in this very same formation. And by the time we finish with this series, we're going to have one heck of a scheme out of the gun bunch strong offset that you can use for the rest of the year. And frankly, these route concepts work really well in almost any version of Madden. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you would, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be on the lookout for the next video here later this week, and as always, have a great day.